Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Road Trip with Nick. Angel and my invisible better half. Seriously, if you even ask my mom, she'll tell you that Nick is my better half. And moms always tell the truth. Pretty much always. At least like 60% of the time, they tell the truth every time. If you tuned into last week's episode about our 2018 year in review, I'll link to it up here somewhere. We dropped a little hint about where we're going to be for a good chunk of the winter this year in the good old US of A. This winter, we've decided to spend some time in Salida, Colorado. If you watched our earlier episodes, you know that house sitting, the whole point of it was to go get outside our comfort zones and travel more. So now that we've been house sitting for the last 5 years, we've really started to set our sights on Colorado, as you probably again noticed in the last video when we kept saying how we keep coming back here, we keep coming back here. And if you watched our early episodes, we talked a lot about not having to ask for time off and being able to go on a powder day whenever we wanted to go for it and not be committed to our jobs and missing out on just life and the adventure and the excitement of it. So of course that's one of many reasons why we started house sitting. And for the first 3 winters of our house sitting time, we were in Montana and then in Colorado, which we absolutely loved. The last 2 years we haven't had a great opportunity to spend time in the mountains or close to them as we'd like, so that we are in fairly close proximity to a resort. And so this year we decided that we are going to spend time in Salida, Colorado, because we love the location. It's about 2.5 and change hours from Denver. It's surrounded by 14ers, 14,000 foot mountains, for those of you who aren't familiar with the 14er speak. And the town is kind of nestled in this bowl, and it's fairly warm, although there's quite a bit of snow right now outside. It's 30 minutes to Monarch Mountain, and that is where we've decided to get a season pass this year. And we're pretty darn excited about it. Yesterday was an awesome powder day, and we were able to dust off our snowboards after being in hibernation for way too long, and get a feel for the mountain. And then today, the reason why I am solo is because our friend Matt is here, and he and Nick went to Crested Butte, and I went solo to Monarch, so that I can come back here and film for you guys, because it's Monday, and we do movies on Mondays. So getting back to the Salida, Colorado part, this is gonna come as a shock, and brace yourselves. Okay, are you ready? We are actually paying rent to be here. I know. What? Someone was jokingly saying to us, did you get a permit for that? Like, does your YouTube channel know? Telling you now, guys. Hi, we're paying rent for 10 weeks to live in Salida, Colorado, to see if it's the place where we want to grow roots. There, I said it. It's been weighing on my chest. I feel like a weight just, feels so much better. So you're probably wondering, why are you paying rent? What happened to house sitting? House sitting is still on the table, absolutely still on the table. But the reason we're paying rent is because we wanted to spend time at Monarch to see if it's the resort that we want to maybe come back to year after year by potentially living here. We also knew that we weren't necessarily going to find a house sit in the place of our choosing. So we decided to bite the bullet, pay rent, and then pick up house sitting again after our stint here is over. So that is the big news for the week, and I know you're waiting with bated breath, so I didn't want to keep you waiting any longer, and sorry that Nick couldn't be here. I'll maybe just Photoshop his face just right in here. If you would like to get a little house tour, comment below with a yes, and don't tell Nick, but if you want to see more videos of just me flying solo, just give it a thumbs up. Or if you want to see videos with Nick too, because the beard is coming in thick, people.
Take one of the beard evolution.
Beardsicle update.
The beardsicle is developing, and the beardsicle is not as warm as you might think. It's essentially an icicle on my face as I head down the hill, so you know, it's just for looks, not for warmth. Winter storm watch for central Colorado, so decided to take the opportunity to do some storm chasing and left Salida, hit up Crested Butte today for a good 10-inch powder day and a solid beardsicle.
Hashtag powder days are life. Oh, one last thing. Apologies if I was all over the boards on this video. Nick is our organized one out of the two of us. I feel like that's worth disclosing because we're just gonna keep it real. Speaking of keeping it real, stay tuned to the very end of this video where I get really real with you about the downside to outdoor sports in winter. Fun fact, the not so glamorous part about riding in the winter sports in general, is frozen snot. Just gonna be real with you guys, you know, it's important. That's all.